3 for Zero Period AP Lit, which includes me, Rachel Garner, Kaya Hudson, Kathy Liu, and Sloan Mitchell, and we're doing the poem The Wife's Lament. The poem focuses on the emotion over the story. However, it does tell a narrative. The poem is a Frauenlied, or a woman's lament. It therefore expresses an emotion of deep sorrow throughout the poem, as the narrator mourns the loss of her husband. The speaker's attitude is one of clear despair in her marriage and sorrow in the loss of her lord. In reading the poem aloud, a sullen and sorrowful tone of voice is appropriate. In the poem, there are 53 lines total, broken up into 11 paragraphs. The author most likely structured this poem in a rhyming format similar to a Shakespearean sonnet, with rhyming sequences in each paragraph. The poem starts with an attitude and develops it into multiple others throughout. First, it carries a reminiscent tone that progresses towards the main speaker being sorrowful. That tone of sorrow then transitions into mild curiosity as the narrator wonders what his or her partner's life is like, and then that segues into anger towards fate. The title suggests that the poem is about a wife lamenting or feeling sorrow over the departure of her husband to crime, feud, or something else. The language is fairly simple but also very emotive. There are many allusions to paganism in this text, such as words like faith and ill fortune. There are also references to Christianity. One Christian value is the importance of enduring through hardships. Though the speaker is grief-stricken, she says that she will smile through the heartache. The speaker uses imagery to delineate her estrangement from her husband. By contrasting stressed and unstressed syllables in the wife's lament, the anonymous author is able to create a rhythmical effect. This rhythm creates a lyrical pattern that gives the poem a sing-song quality and holds the listener or reader's attention and keeps them interested throughout the course of the poem. Enjoy!
I make this song of myself deeply sorrowing. My life's journey, I am able to tell all the hardships I've suffered since I grew up. But new or old, never worse than now. Ever I suffer the torment of my exile. First, my Lord left his people for the tumbling waves. I worried at dawn where on earth my leader of men might be. When I set myself out in my sorrow, a friendless exile, to find his retainers, that man's kinsmen, began to think, in secret, that they would separate us, so we would live far apart in the world, most miserably, and longing seized me.
My Lord commanded me to live with him here. I had few loved ones or loyal friends in this country, which causes me grief. Then I found that my most fitting man was unfortunate, filled with grief. Concealing his mind, plotting murder with a smiling face. So often we swore that only death could ever divide us. Nothing else. That is all changed now. It is now as if it had never been. Our friendship. Far and near I must endure the hatred of my dearest one. They forced me to live in a forest grove, under an oak tree in an earthen cave. This earth hall is old and I ache with longing. The dales are dark, the hills too high, harsh hedges overhung with briars. Home without joy. Here my lords leaving often fiercely seized me. There are friends on earth, lovers living who lie in their bed.
While I walk alone in the light of dawn, under the oak tree and through this earth cave, where I must sit the long summer day, there I can weep for all my exiles. My many troubles, and so I may never escape from the cares of my sorrowful mind, nor all the longings that have seized my life. May the young man be sad-minded, with hard heart thoughts, yet let him have a smiling face, along with his heartache. A crowd of constant sorrows. Let him to himself all the worldly joys belong. Let him be outlawed in a far distant land, so that my friend sits under stone cliffs chilled by storm. Weary-minded, surrounded by water, in a sad, dreary hall. My beloved will suffer the cares of a sorrowful mind. He will remember too often a happier home. Woe to the one who must suffer longing for a loved one.